Hi, I'm Jaynee from Messages from Heaven by Jaynee on YouTube. I thought while I'm waiting for a call, I would make a quick video. Um, this video is about fairness. I asked the guides what they wanted me to talk about, and that was it. Um, okay, Earth is not fair. Living on Earth is not fair. Nothing is fair. It's hard to get used to. I'm not used to it. There are times when I want to scream and shout about how unfair it is, how wrong it is. Um, there's so much that you can do nothing about that hurts you. It's sickening, but it's real. Okay, so um, I wrote a little bit of notes. The courts, no, they're not fair. How could it be fair when some people sit in jail for months and months because they don't have the money for bail? And yet, someone like Trump is walking around. It's not as though he didn't commit crimes. I mean, he was busy raping and groping women. So the guy is a criminal. I mean, if Edward on the corner did that, he would be in jail. You would not be seeing Edward on the corner anywhere. You know, he would have been arrested and thrown in jail. What happened with Trump is that uh, some of the women who wanted to testify against him, to bring a case against him, were threatened. Their lives were threatened, and they backed off. I think once he is either arrested or gotten out of the way in whatever way we can do it, um, their stories will come out. I read one yesterday, trying to think how old was the woman. She was raped by him, and was she 14? I can't remember. I just can't remember. So it's not good. I can't really say. Okay. Um, sure, people are bigoted. There's no reason for their assumption that other people are bad in any way or don't meet their personal standards just because their color or religion or ethnicity is different from theirs. Um, most of us were raised without diversity. I see that it's changing now for my grandchildren, and I'm really glad. I made sure that our children were in schools that were diverse and good. Um, okay. One of the problems that I see in courts is that poor people, have poor lawyers. They have bad lawyers who don't care and who don't present evidence that would clear them. I mean, they just do a lousy job. Lawyers have their, I mean, I don't think every lawyer is wealthy as Midas, but they do very well. When they're successful, they do fabulously. They do have planes. They do have two homes. And I mean, this is crazy. And I think the same thing is crazy about doctors. I have resented that too. I don't fall for the crap that, oh, they spent so many years in school. So do PhDs. Anybody, I'm sorry. You're supposed to, if you're studying medicine, you you should be a person who loves it and wants to practice it, not have dollar signs in your on your eyeballs. Uh, people people really should understand and be required to give time and to give services to poor people too, not just lousy lawyers and lousy doctors, good ones. That's, I mean, that's the right way. I know Earth is the kind of planet where it isn't right, it's not fair. That seems to be something that we could work toward. Our medical care sucks. Um, if you can't get plain Medicare with a supplementary coverage, and you get the Medicare Advantage, which looks really good, sounds good, but it isn't. Because if you have a problem, they can say no. You can't have the surgery. You don't get the medicine. Um, that's been the history of the Advantage plans. When you get older, it really counts because you get various ailments and you have to see a dermatologist and a cardiologist and an orthopedist. I would not want to have to apply to some secretary every time I wanted to go to my pain doctor, for one thing. So it's really not fair. Um, there's well, uh, the way that people of color have been getting shot, that's beyond not fair. I have not been seeing horrible situations like that in the newspaper very recently. Um, I hope that that's because it's not happening, not because I'm just not seeing it. I found that when I had a problem with people here in Delaware, in my community, that the police were not, they weren't good. They just wanted to come in and get out. And one police officer said to me, "The other woman has a great big pile of paper. Why don't you have that?" Because I don't. I didn't need it. I wasn't calling the police on them all the time. And when someone broke into our garage and stole boxes of artwork, the police left. Yeah. Not the police officer came out, the detective, who I guess was assigned to it, left. This was my work, my artwork. Nothing else was stolen. Just my artwork. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meantime, the person next door tried to claim my trees. Just crazy stuff. Sometimes it's not fair. That's why you see people shooting their neighbors. Stuff like that. Um, yeah. That's pretty extreme. There's sometimes you just have to accept the fact that you're not going to get anywhere. That the nosy lady down the street is going to say that you're a slob, or that, who knows, or you don't take care of your children, and there's not going to be anything that you can do to stop her, and people will believe her. And it's terrible, but there's really nothing that you can do, especially when people are saying nasty things about you, and there's really no way to prove that you don't do whatever that nasty person is saying. It just becomes like a job, and it never ends. There are liars, and they're horrible, but they lie for their own reasons. And there are also people who think they're better than you, and they're not. I don't know why they think that they're better than everybody, or better, they're superior to the other people with whom they work. Um, I can't say they're necessarily ignorant. They're not necessarily stupid either. They're just backward. They're just backward and prejudiced in their own blocked, um, stinking way. With that, I think I'm just going to end it with their blocked, stinking way, and tell you I hope you have a good night. And that's it. This is what the guides wanted me to say, so I have. Yeah, things aren't fair. They really aren't. And we're supposed to have guides, in another dimension. So I hope we do. I really hope so. All right. Take care. I will talk with you soon. Thank you. Oh, this is all for entertainment purposes only, my opinion only. I am not talking about anybody in particular as far as nosy neighbors or whatever. I'm not talking about my neighbors. Okay. Feel good. I'll talk with you soon.